Hi, Eric. How are you?
I'm excited to be talking to you.
I'm excited to be talking to you too because this was crazy as hell.
That was the idea, right? Like, he's like,
Yeah,
what? What?
bondsman who's going to hell and bringing back to life and brought back to life to kill demons. I'm like, come on now.
You know what? I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. Like, we really wanted to create a laugh out loud, scream out loud, unpredictable genre mashup roller coaster ride. Which you've got horror, you got action, you got heart, you got country music, you got Kevin Bacon putting chainsaws through demons' faces. Like, I mean, what more do you want? Given where the world is today.
Listen, you gave the best description of the show I could have ever gave. That's gonna be the teaser for this interview. I'm just saying. Now
Go,
where did
go.
now where did this premise come from? And what was it about it that made you go, I'm all in?
So the seeds of the idea started with another writer, Granger David, who wrote a terrific script that Blumhouse had optioned, and Blumhouse had made a movie with Kevin Bacon. So they were talking about that, and then they brought it to Amazon to try to sell it. And I'm a showrunner at Amazon, and everybody asked, "Hey, can you turn this into a TV show?" And now you're watching the pilot that we wrote and the show we created, and so what hooked me was the idea of, wait, you're telling me I get to go make a television show with Kevin Bacon hunting demons at Blumhouse? I'm in.
I love that. I love your energy. It's great. Now, talk to me about grabbing Jennifer Nettles because we know that in addition to being an amazing Grammy Award winning recording artist, she's a very stellar actress as well. So
Yes.
bringing her in to not only play Mary Ann, but then you brought her in to create music centered around her and Kevin's characters.
When we were in the casting process, I was not familiar with Sugarland, and I was blown away by her acting on Righteous Gemstones, and then I saw her singing on that show, and then I was like, wait, these songs that I like from Sugarland, that's Jen. I never put it together, right? She's just got the most amazing pipes. She's got this God given talent that is really a stunning combination. And so it was a real coup to get her on the show. And it wasn't my prediction that Kevin Bacon and Jen Nettles would become such good friends off screen that they would go home over the weekend while we were filming and come back on Monday morning. Hey, Eric, we just made up a song over the weekend. Do you think you could use it on the show? And I'm like, so all of a sudden, I had original music being co-written by Kevin Bacon and Jen Nettles, like making its way. They write it in character, and Jen was just such a powerhouse talent that we ended up weaving that into the storyline and how it played out in the season. And actually, I don't know if we know this, but they made enough music to actually cut a record, and it's dropping the day after the show drops, and it's all music from the show and inspired by the show. Just the two of them going off on the weekends during production and riffing and coming up with this crazy awesome music.
I love that because I did know that Kevin was a musician too. I didn't realize that they were collaborating together to create stuff. So that's awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait to because I could hear her voice when the songs were playing throughout watching the series. I'm like, that sounds like Jennifer. And then I was like, yeah, that's Jennifer.
That's Jennifer.
Right. I'm listening to the lyrics. She's amazing. I've met her a couple of times. She's really an amazing human being. And we have something in common. Her mom has the same first name I have. So her
Oh.
mother's name is Carla. So she all right with me. I know that most people are afraid of demons, but there's some people that are afraid of clowns too. And with your dad being a former Ringling Brothers clown, I'm
Yeah.
just curious, were you ever afraid of your dad as a clown?
I wasn't, but I did grow up hearing that my mom was afraid of clowns growing up, but I guess she decided to marry one. So, I guess my mom was. I wasn't, though. I didn't really get a choice. I was born into it.
If you were about to create a title for your family and the Bondsman with 529, what kind of theme song would that be?
Ooh, I mean, it would have to be a little bit more folk heavy. I mean, our sound with the 529s is definitely leans on that kind of folk rock fusion. Gets a little funky though at times. We got a few jazz musicians. But I definitely lean into that kind of Appalachian old time string music that adds that supernatural feel to it.
Ooh, honey, I loved y'all in this series. I did. Because y'all are defying gravity. You're showing that women, no matter how old they are and what body type they come in, they can still kick a little ass.
That's right, baby. Thank you. You're always the best. You always know.
Yes, girl. I pay attention.
No damsels in distress on this show. No, we are all strong.
Formidable
I pay
women.
attention. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Y'all had firepower. You were going pop, pop, pop with the gun. I'm like, yes.
Yes. All those demons.
When you came to the front porch with that gun, you were like, look, get off my porch. I hollered out loud. But let me stop eating up my time giving y'all your praise. Let me ask you a couple of questions. So in this particular series, second chances is a big thing, right? Second chances under extraordinary circumstances. Would you give someone in your life a second chance the way you all have been given one in The Bondsman? And I'll start with Jolene first.
Oh, I feel like I am the type of person that lives in the world of grace, and I give second and third and fourth and fifth, maybe too many chances, which is something as I mature that I am learning to curtail a little bit. But I do think there's redemption, and I do believe in that.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Yes, I can do it. It wouldn't be easy. And I was just saying before, the slings and arrows of life, unfortunately, teach you a lot of lessons to be careful about who you trust. But if someone comes to me with a genuine apology or shows that they have really changed their behavior, absolutely 100%, I can forgive. And forgetting is a little trickier, but I think that, don't put that finger at me again. I'm joking.
That was me saying she has a point.
Remember that moment?
That was both of us going, and you're right.
I know. Right. No, I'm joking. I was making a joke, totally.
It was a little.
It's a thing between us.
Yes, yeah.
All right. I see you.
That's the tricky part, is forgetting. But you can remember and still forgive, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. As moms in this series, how far would you go to protect your children? And at one point, if any, what would it take for you to just wash your hands and be like, I'm done?
Ooh.
I mean, as a mother in real life, I don't think that my heart would allow me to ever wash my hands and be done. I think the sacrifice that comes when you become a mom knows no bounds. You will sacrifice everything that you are for your child. It is the strongest kind of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really weird, this unconditional love. I feel like, I've told my daughter this, if she did the worst thing in the world and went to prison, I would go visit her every week. I just can't imagine anything she could do that I wouldn't be able to wrap my head around and accept. She's not who I wanted her to be particularly, I don't know what I wanted, but she has surprised me as she has grown up in these choices that she's made. And what I've been able to do is to learn to listen and to learn to support who she is. And guess what? I've learned so much from her. They are our best teachers.
Oh,
they
my
really
goodness.
are.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a better person for being a mom. I really do. So, I don't think there's anything I wouldn't do.
I love how Kitty, as much as she's going to support him and make sure that he's not going to go back to hell again, right? She holds him accountable. She doesn't let him off the hook.
That's true.
So that's true love, is not just acquiescing and allowing him to be a terrible person, but helping him rise to be his best self.
That's true.
And that's a mom, right?
I really tell him off a few times. And, and I'm telling the
but
truth.
in love.
And trying to save his soul and his marriage and his fatherhood. And he listens to the part that he knows to be true. He does. And it's hard sometimes. Well, she's prejudiced because she's the boss.
You don't listen to me. If he did, no, I'm just kidding.
But with that's my time. I could talk to y'all all day because you're delightful to interview.
That was so fast.
No, that went really fast. But I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you again.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Love you. Always good to see you.